As a number to make a list, 25 seems big enough to fit in a lot of moments from any particular topic, even Indian cricket. But when you sit down to make a list of those 25 moments that defined Indian cricket, you suddenly begin to realize it isn't such a big number after all. It took us some time and effort to choose what I feel are the 25 defining moments of Indian cricket. And by the time this ambitious project ends, let's see how many of those moments are in your list too. Given the richness on offer, I'll be amazed if there's a complete match. So on that note, let's quickly start this journey with a test win that sits on number 25 on this list. But it meant way, way more than many such and even bigger test wins for one particular reason. "2008 was a great year for Indian cricket. The demons of that 2007 50-over World Cup loss were now far behind. India was now wearing the crown of the T20 World Champions, and the year had begun with the first ODI series win in Australia. And when Australia came to India, hoping to repeat the heroics from 2004, they were thumped 2-0. 2004 was an aberration, they were told. And then there was the crowning glory for Indian cricket in 2008. The Indian Premier League, whose success had not only made India the most happening place for cricketers from all over the world, but even prompted the conception of a Champions League. But while all of this was happening, some dark souls were hatching a terrible plan of their own. And when that plan culminated in a series of never-to-be-forgotten attacks on Mumbai on the 26th of November, cricket went on the back burner for the entire nation amidst overwhelming sadness and anger. It's there even today. It meant this grand global T20 competition was cancelled, and many wondered, and justifiably so, whether more tours to India will now begin to get cancelled. But England, under their flamboyant and brave new captain Kevin Pietersen, decided they'd continue with the tour. And it's something for which India must always be grateful. The pictures from Mumbai were chilling. Foreigners had been targeted, and England could easily have said no. More bravery was in store when the first test began in Chennai amidst heavy security, just 15 days, remember, just 15 days after 26-11. England played like that, no inkling of what had happened in Mumbai. India, for the most part, seemed to be still weighed down by the events of 2 weeks ago, when they were asked to chase down 387 in the final innings. It seemed that England's decision to return to India was a pretty good cricketing decision too. But that was before Virender Sehwag took guard. Sehwag, with his good friend Gambhir at the other end, went about things the way only he could have. Who on earth makes 83 of 68 in a fourth innings chase of 387? He got out just before the day got over, but he had done the damage. He'd made a statement. But the last day at Chennai, more than 250 runs to get wasn't going to be easy. And when Sachin Tendulkar walked in, nobody could help but think of that 1999 heartbreak he endured right at this venue against Pakistan. I must confess I did too. I'd called the Tendulkar dismissal that day. But this was the same man on another day. It was more than a cricket match for Sachin. The city that he had grown up playing his cricket in was still hurting. It needed something to cheer itself. And so its favourite son went about doing just that, giving Mumbai and the whole of India something to celebrate. With Yuvraj Singh at the other end, Sachin played a masterly but emotional knock to bring up his 41st Test century. And that too, with a shot that finished that mammoth chase of 387. It was Chennai and Tendulkar for Mumbai and India. 15 years earlier, still in his teens, he had made a century against the same opposition at the same venue. That December afternoon, he produced another special. We were in the midst of greatness. And what an occasion to get a Test 100 and win a match for India. Because a country that was hurting, seething with rage, needed a break from that cycle of gloom. India's spectacular chase with a Sachin special might not exactly have been the balm that could heal, nothing ever could, but it definitely put smiles on some faces in a country where cricket is capable of some magical things. Tendulkar made the occasion even more special with a post-match interview that spoke volumes of how far he had come from that young, shy prodigy from the Maidans of Mumbai. On that day, he spoke like a true statesman, a man who knew how much his words mattered to the entire nation, and more importantly, to his city, to Mumbai, to whose citizens he dedicated the win. Much has been said and written about India and its obsession with cricket and its heroes. But sometimes, the cricketers are able to conjure up things that are right out of some film script. This was one such occasion. And that's why I think it's one of the 25 defining events in Indian cricket. There are 24 left, so lots to talk about. Do let us know which ones you think will feature in our list of 25. For all those of you who waited this long, here's a small question to end this video for you. Andrew Strauss scored centuries in both innings of this Chennai test, still ended up on the losing side. Now you've got to tell me which two Indian batters have met the same fate. Two absolute greats of Indian cricket. Do chime in with your answers in the comments, and we may have a little something for the lucky winner. So if you think you like this series, do join us on this journey. Subscribe to this channel.